everyone, and welcome back. So the weather here in Montana is actually getting really nice right now. Like today, I think it was 53 or 52, somewhere in there. For the beginning of March is really uncharacteristic. So it's nice and making me want to ride the bike. So what I need to do is get these license plate mounts done so that I can actually drive around legally. So we're going to use that Harbor Freight powder coating system I picked up and try to powder coat these. I'm just going to do one on camera. So if I screw up, I don't screw up both. If I do screw up the one, this will be Brandon's. But yeah, like I said, I've never used the system before, so you'll be learning right alongside me, and we'll try to do that. And then once these are powder coated, get them, at least the one bolted onto my bike, and get my lights wired up, and then I should be completely legal to drive. And since the weather's getting nice, it's perfect timing. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so I got my first license plate mount. I wiped it down with acetone, just clean anything off of it, and then hung it from, this is actually a tripod. I was looking for something to hang it from and seeing that this one had the hook on the bottom, so I'm going to give it a shot. So here's what the powder coating system looks like. There's the gun, and the powder's up in here. And then when I pull this trigger here, you can probably see a little bit. The powder comes out, but there's also this little foot pedal, and that's what actually turns on the electrical part of it. And what it does is it ionizes the powder, so it's electrically charged. And then there's a clip here I have on my hanging wire, which will, ionize it the other way so that the powder is actually attracted to it, sticks to everything. And then once we get it on there, I bake it. So I'm about to give this a shot, and fingers crossed, hopefully this goes good. Alright, well, as you can see, it looks like it's stuck to it. Looks decent. And now I'm going to go ahead and get the toaster oven. You might be able to see it behind me. Actually, yeah, right there. I'm going to get this hanging from one of the racks. And this now needs to bake at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. And that'll set the powder. And then we should be able to wire this thing up. So it's been about 20 minutes, so we're ready to pull this thing out. It's the moment of truth. Let's see how it looks. Not too shabby. See, there is a mark right there a little bit. I must have bumped it with my glove or something when I was moving it. But cool, I'll let this thing cool down and then we can get a closer look at it. Alright, well the first one was baking. I went ahead and coated the second one, so let's put it in here also. And set a 20-minute timer. Well, here's how the license plate turned out after the powder coating. The one that did have the little mark on it that I showed you guys, I ended up seeing Brandon last night, so I ended up giving him that one. So I got this one, the second one I coated, and I was a little more careful with it when I was putting it in there and didn't bump it. So it looks pretty good. I think next time though I am going to coat them a little thicker, because when I've gotten stuff powder coated before I can tell it's much thicker than this here, but this should at least do for now. And yeah, so now I need to get the lights mounted in here and wired up. I don't know, wire them just together and then to a connector, and then I'll add a cable with the other side of the connector and then route it up to the running light. So let's get to some wiring. Alright, so we got the lights all wired in now. I got them around here to just a connector. I did have to use a 3-pin connector, even though I'm only using 2 wires, just because I was out of the male 2 pins. So now I went ahead and prepped the cable that I'm going to be running on the bike too. So I just need to get the plate mounted to this, and this mounted to the bike, and then route this cable to the taillight. Alright, so the cable I got ran up here now, this is the harness that runs to my taillight back here on the back of my seat. And what I'm going to do is there's an extra green-black wire here, which is a ground. So I'm just going to tap into that with a bullet connector for the ground on my cable. And then here, the black with a brown stripe wire is the running light. And it's 12 volts with the key on, so it's almost like an accessory wire. So it's going to work perfect for the license plate lights so that they're just on when the bike is on. I'll make a little bullet connector kind of jumper thing that goes in line there, and then the taillight will plug back into it. And then we should be good to go. I can just button it up and I'll have a license plate with lights now. I forgot to stop the video here real quick just to show you guys what I got going on. So here's just the single bullet connector for the ground, which just goes in here to the green-black. Pop her in there, so we're grounded. And then this one, as you can see, like my wire comes out of the cable, and then I just got a male and a female bullet connector. So I can take the white wire here for my taillight out of the black with the brown stripe. Come on. And then the male side will plug into the Ruckus harness. And then the female side goes into the white wire from the taillight. Just like that. And now we should still have our running light and then also our license plate light. Alright, it's moment of truth. I'm gonna turn the key on and see if we got license plate lights. Oh yeah, looking good. So now I'm legal. I can ride this bike again. All I got left now is I'm gonna clean up the harness underneath the seat again and get it all zip tied up, and should be good to go. All right, well there you got it. I'm now legal again. I've got my plate back on here with the attached to the lights. This mount is beefy. It's not going to go anywhere like the last one did. Yeah, so hopefully I can ride this thing tomorrow. We're having some really warm weather here in Montana. It was, I believe, 53 degrees was the high today. For the beginning of March is ridiculous here in Montana. So if the weather cooperates, I'll take this thing out tomorrow and maybe see if Brandon wants to go for a ride. But that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I will go ahead in the description below put in links for some of the parts that I did use. There will be affiliate links, so if you click on them and you end up purchasing, it will help the channel out, and I appreciate that. But yeah, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. Like the video if you like what I'm doing. Leave me a comment. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.